Malik, I guess with this trip, where do you feel like you all are, and what are you kind of expecting from from this kind of step up in competition?
Um, I feel like where any team is, and, in early November or late November at this point, kind of, but, just trying to find the flow, trying to find an identity, trying to find what's going to make us us and, make us the best team possible to reach the potential that we want to reach this year. But, the biggest thing for us is just being consistent and, having consistency in all areas. But, taking the trip to the Bahamas is big for us. And just to step up in competition, not playing in the Yum for the first time this year and, it being different and I believe a ballroom type of setting. So, it's going to be different. But if we come to play Louisville basketball, I believe we'll come back with 2 wins.
Like when you talk about that identity and you're trying to find it, what should it be? What should what kind of team should this team be?
Mm, I think every team to reach the NCAA tournament, the Final Four, and win the whole thing has to have some type of defensive identity. So I think that we have to find that, and we have to do it on the defensive end, but also with this team, just the pace of plays that we want to play with, just getting out in transition and doing all those little things and having. I'm sure you guys heard Ross mention it, but just that metronome of just keeping the offense humping and keeping it moving, but just those two things, playing with pace and playing defense.
Malik, what do you think it is that prevents you guys from recognizing what your defensive identity is? Is it execution? Is it mindset? Is it toughness? What do you believe that could be?
Um, I think it's all three. We got to execute it at the end of the day. They always give us the plan of what we got to do, but sometimes we just don't do the job, and then it is the toughness factor because it may not be physical toughness, but it's mental toughness to be able to remember all of those things and do the job repeatedly over and over and do a good job with it. But also, it's just how we got to play. Like you got to know that that's what we do. So
Mike has mentioned after several games that you guys have to be better on the glass. Is that sending more guys to the glass, or the guys who are inside players just being a little bit more aggressive and physical? How do you guys achieve that?
I think it's both, and I think it does start with the 3 through 5. Those players are always going to be around. It's a different kind of feel for the guards on the offensive end. So for us, the 3 through 5 really got to be aggressive on both ends of the floor. But when it comes to defensive rebound, it got to be a 5-man job, and we all got to be together and connected when we're trying to get those boards.
Malik, I'm sure you guys say this is a business trip, but let's be honest, it's still the Bahamas. There will be a little bit of downtime. How nice is it? I mean, you guys have been going at it probably since what, June? I mean, how nice is it to maybe go and just kind of be in a place like that? How good would that be for you guys mentally?
It's great. I never been to Bahamas. I never been out of the country, so it's a nice experience for me. Just getting to use the whole passport deal and things like that. So it's gonna be great. But like you said, it is a business trip, and we want to enjoy it as much as possible. Especially for the younger guys and the last year guys. So all the way across, we got to enjoy the experience. Hopefully get some better weather than what's been going on here. But at the end of the day, whenever those game times comes, we got to be ready to go. When we're in shoot around, when we're in practice, it's got to be all business. But at the end of the day, just enjoy the moment and enjoy where we are.
You kind of glad it got like don't you kind of want it to be cold when you're leaving for the Bahamas? Aren't you kind of glad it's like a little bit cold so you get to be like, yeah, I'm getting out of this?
Right, for sure, yeah. It's been getting really cold. I'm used to it though. Just being an Indiana kid, I've always experienced those cold times, so it's nothing different for me. But it's been real cold early.
Outside of basketball, what is the one thing that you look forward to? Apparently, they've got a pretty nice water park.
I actually just heard about that, but I'm a big water park guy, so I do look forward to that. But just seeing it. Never been out of the country is just like an experience that you'll never forget. Like so, I just want to take it all in and sightsee and see as much things and experience as much things as I can. But at the end of the day, get those 2 wins. That'll make the trip amazing.
Um, How much do you know about Mississippi State? I believe they have Garrison Brooks, who played at Carolina, and you're familiar with him. How much do you know about them?
That's all I know. Just to be honest with you, I'll start digging into Mississippi State, today and throughout this week. But the focus has been on, Detroit Mercy. We just wrapped that up with a film session, but now looking forward, it's about figuring out who Mississippi State is, what their identity is. I have heard that they play really hard, on both ends of the floor, and they got some talent, and it is a step up in competition. But at the end of the day, we just got to be us, and it'll take care of the game.
Malik, how comfortable do you feel right now, physically, and in terms of, what, your flow into the defense and offense right now, just coming back from all the injuries?
I'm feeling good. Not as comfortable as I would hope and as I would want to be. Just in terms of the feel for the game, the flow of the game, and being able to do the job constantly and consistently. But I feel good. I feel like my play is getting better every game. I feel like I had a really bad game versus Furman. I feel like I let the team down, and I was a big part of that loss, and kind of the reason that we lost. So I'm just trying to get back to doing all the little things for us. Getting back to that play hard guy, and do the job on defense, and just let the offense come, whatever that may be.
I mean, is it more because of just a transition to all these different philosophies for you that, I guess on the one hand, you're trying to get your legs back under you in one sense, but also at the same time you're trying to get used to all these new changes?
Yeah, it's really been since, February of 2020 that I really got to play. So, coming back last February of 2021, I was all right, but I wasn't myself at all, just due to injuries and, not being fully cleared. I was clear, but, I wasn't fully healthy, having to get that last surgery on my ankle. So, this is my first time really playing in close to 2 years, so it's just about getting that feel again. And, with Coach McMahon's coming in and, bringing in a new system on offense, it wasn't that same way that I've been playing, that I have been playing for 3 years. So, just to switch that up on top of me not playing the game for, close to 2 years, it just makes things different and, makes an adjustment for me.
You mentioned how you didn't feel as comfortable as you would hope from a physical standpoint. Do you believe that's impacted you and your game from a mental standpoint because of it?
Yeah, and it's a lot more that people will see, but it is difficult just not being back to myself or where I feel like I could be, but it's a challenge, and I've accepted it, and I'm working to get better and be the best that I can be. But it is difficult mentally, just hoping and wishing that I could be back to that old guy, but now just trying to find ways that I can impact the game the same way, with what I got now.
How do you feel different? How do you feel unlike the guy you were before?
First is just that same mindset going into the game. And, in previous years, I've really had, that option at the end of the year, like, I could come back. I still have time and room for growth. But, looking into this year, it's over with. Come April, whenever this thing is all said and done, I don't got that opportunity to come back and play again. So it's just about really trying to give it my all right now and, trying to keep me mentally into it so that I can give it my all.
Do you trust your body? Are you at the point where you can go and do everything, or do you still have a little bit of, hesitation about the foot?
No, I wouldn't say I have hesitation. I think if anything, it's more like it's not mental, but it might just be like physical, like where I feel like I can't do something and, or I just might not do it, but it's not like something mentally holding me back where I don't say that I can't do it,
Is that still pain? Do you deal with pain when you're playing?
No, I don't deal with any pain. I get sore after, but, we all get a little sore, but no pain.
Thanks, Malik.
Appreciate it.